An important factor of films in the entertainment business is the whole concept of editing. Editing is known as the grammar and syntax of a film, meaning that it is the outline for the entire movie. Without editing, a movie would not portray the same message. In fact, since it is the only part of the film that comes after the fact, a movie would not exist. A film that shows a very interesting side of editing and the techniques used is 2001: A Space Odyssey, directed by Stanley Kubrick. There are many shots that play around with the duration of shots within the film. In the course book, Looking at Movies, duration is known as the length of time you can look at each shot and absorb the information within it. This role of duration makes up for the rhythm of the movie, and that is why the first act of 2001: A Space Odyssey seems longer than it actually is. The average shot length, according to a website titled Unspoken Cinema, for 2001: A Space Odyssey is 13 seconds. This plays into a concept that is called continuity in editing. One could compare that to the movie Gravity having a 17-minute long shot at the beginning, which also plays into the aspect of continuity. According to a website called masteringfilm.com, continuity is defined by scenes that can be covered from multiple angles that repeat the same action and dialogue, creating consistency of time and space. In the opening scene, Dawn of Man, there are examples of master shots and different types of match cuts. An example of a master shot is the establishing shot of the apes in their natural habitat, showing what is going on in the scene. Match on action, a form of match cuts, appears when the ape is realizing that he can use a bone to defend himself. Lastly, when the apes are looking at one another and get in a fight with one another, is an example of match on eyeline between the apes. It is very imperative to have good style editing within a film for it to give the audience a certain mood for the overall film itself. The different uses of cuts for the idea of continuity within the first act of 2001: A Space Odyssey is why the first act seems longer than it actually is, and that is a great example of good editing.